Hey Pragadheesh, where are you going so early? That too in full uniform. Today's today's an holiday, isn't it?
Even it's an holiday, have we forgotten that the date is August 15th? I'm going to school for Independence Day celebration.
Oh, I forgot. Today is an Independence Day. You just wait here. I will be back. Come, let's go.
This is the day we got independence from the British.
What is the exact meaning of independence here?
Independence means to possess one's own legislative or lawmaking sovereignties. That is, we can make our own laws to rule our country.
Yes, we are studying history. For over 2 centuries, the Europeans, by their overwhelming military strength, subdue our local kingdoms.
Does it not mean that we were dominated by them?
Yes, we are actually ruled by them under the laws.
At that time, we, that is our ancestors, must have had a very tough time. They might have been in a very sorry state of living and leading a life of slavery.
Some people who had the spirit of opposing and wanted to free our motherland from the grip of the British.
They are the ones who sacrificed their properties, their families, and even their lives for sake of our nation. That's the patriotic fervor.
In this time, I would like to bring back to our mind some such freedom fighters. The first one who comes to my mind is Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi. She fought herself. She fought for retaining the right on her soil. For that, she fought herself, went to the battlefield, and fought. She met with a glorious death in the warfield.
Such a brave lady indeed. What about Veerapandiya Kattabomman from Tamil Nadu?
No doubt, he was a great patriotic leader. He was hanged to death in Kayattaru for not paying the taxes and fighting against the British.
ஆடுவோமே பல்லு பாடுவோமே ஆனந்த சுதந்திரம் அடைந்து விட்டோம் என்று. Do you know whose words are these?
Yes, sure. These are the words of the great patriotic poet Mahakavi Subramanya Bharatiyar.
Yeah, his songs throng with patriotism in each and every line. But his family life was not much.
Once, he had to run and hide himself in Pondicherry, which was under the French at that time. This he had to do to escape the arrest from the British.
Let me bring to our mind another great person, a violent freedom fighter.
Do you mean Subhash Chandra Bose?
Exactly. He was so courageous. He did not like the Ahimsa way of Gandhiji. His love for the nation cannot be described. He even formed an army against the British and named it as Indian National Army. But his death was still a mystery to all.
Despite being from a very rich family, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our country's first Prime Minister, followed Gandhi, giving up the easy life. He was imprisoned a number of times, but he never gave up the patriotic spirit. He was a great inspiration to many. Then,
Shall I tell you about Mahatma Gandhiji, the father of our nation?
yes, I'm very eager to hear you.
Born in Porbandar, done his studies in laws. He went to South Africa for practice. Actually a barrister. But on seeing the racism there, he turned himself and raised himself as a freedom fighter. Came back to India and fought against the British.
There were many followers for him in his great fight. It was a fight, not with any weapons. His weapons were only truth and peace. His path was non-violence and ahimsa.
It's really amazing, right? Such a lanky person who had a lot of mental strength to draw away a big empire from a country.
Still, there are thousands in list who were so patriotic and sacrificed their life for our nation.
To mention a few, Asaf Ali, Sardar Vallabhai Patel, Marudu Pandiyar, Veru Nachiyar, Bhagat Singh, Mangal Pandey, and so on. This list consists of thousands like Tilak, Lala Lajput Roy, etc.
In short, freedom fighters are those who made our country what it is today.
We are enjoying the fruit of their troubles. We live in free India with many fundamental rights. Ours is the biggest democracy in the world. We choose our leader. How luckily we are.
So is it not our duty to follow them and live in peace and harmony with our people?
Yes, we should.
We are all connected with a single thread that we
We
are
are Indians.
Indians.
Yes, we should have that patriotic fervor within us. That is why we remember our freedom fighters at least a day like this.
We should always live up to their dream. Only then we can honor their sacrifice and memory.
The youth can change the nation. We should serve our nation with every possible effort and make our nation a better, the best one in the world.
The century old struggles and the hardships should be remembered by us.
Yes, India is the cradle of human race,
The mother of history
the grandmother of legend.
and the great grandmother of tradition.
On this auspicious day, let us take an oath that we will value patriotism as the most treasured one. Be always true to our nation.
And be a part of our motherland development.
Jai
Jai
Hind.
Hind. Hey, what's this?
Hey boys, what are you doing here?
Program?
No, students are not allowed. Wear your mask first. Due to lockdown, students are not allowed. Only teachers are allowed for the celebration. Someone has given wrong information to you. So you don't be roaming and get back home.